This is a quick demonstration of a prototype of a machine learning tool that was developed back in 2007. The prototype was called Solutions Advisor, and it was designed around the idea of what can we do to make the life of people who do solutions design in or around EMC, including EMC Partners, easier. It would start off with, first things first, it was designed to be completely an online tool. The fact that it shows a mock-up being PowerLink, we don't want it on PowerLink, we want it on EMC.com, simple, easy, and accessible. It was designed to start off by taking people down kind of decision tree workflows. So as an example, we'd say, hey, look, you've logged in as the user, all of the workflows that a user would do would be stored with the user so the user could come back whenever they'd like. And we'd start off by asking them some questions. So, you know, at the time, the big thing was around Exchange migrations, but it could be all sorts of stuff in the workflows. So, you know, you'd have different things in the pull downs here, different sort of questions or functions, but you could also just follow the workflow. So, hey, are you migrating, and do you have any experience with migration? So, yes, I am migrating. And then what would happen is you'd get this input summary back here, but you'd also get some documentation. So for example, if I went back and I said I don't have a lot of experience, hey, I'm not an experienced user, and it says, hey, there's some useful information for you here around what we can help you with in terms of you know, our services or something like that. Now, what are you migrating? We're going to say we're migrating 2007. And then what the person could do is they could start to drag and drop information in a very kind of intuitive way that looks very familiar. So these icons are the standard Microsoft icons for all of these roles. So this, for example, is a mailbox server role. And then you'd have hub servers and transport servers. And you could name them, and you could customize. This could be Chad server, whatever. Everything that you did could be exported into Visio. And this actually worked in the prototype. You could zoom in and out of the diagram. If you needed more space, you could have all of these things interact. So you'd build your little Visio, and then what you'd do is it would say, hey, look, do you want to start uploading performance data? And this is where some of this machine learning comes into it. We've got a variety of tools out there today where we gather data on arrays, whether they're EMC arrays or competitive arrays from VMware, like ESX top data, BTP data from SIMS, NAR data from EMC's mid-range arrays, all that sort of stuff, as well as AWR reports for Oracle or StatsPack or IOStat information from Linux hosts or all sorts of stuff like that. So we said, hey, look, you could just, what would be awesome is if you said yes, you could just take the file and drag it onto the server or the storage that represents that object. But if you didn't have the data, you could go in and say, no, I don't have the data, but I'm going to answer a series of questions. So for example, I could say this one has got, you know, 500 users, or the users are these different types, right? So it could go through and you could either provide data or you could provide some sort of best effort guess. Then you could say, do I have other communities? Here I'm going to say no. And then it would ask you other things like, hey, are you happy with your backup products? And if the answer is no, then I'll say, hey, look, let's stick in some networker stuff. Okay, great. This is our brand new networker 8 server. You know, again, this is just a mock-up, but to show the idea. And then do you want to augment how you do backup and recovery to give you mailbox level restore? Why wouldn't you? Do you want bottomless mailboxes, which is about archiving? Yeah, of course I want that. Do you have a retention policy? Do you want to do DR? You know, and each one of these would populate more around the Visio, and they would give you the opportunity to provide more data. The more data you provide, the more stuff that you would have that would be applicable. This Visio, again, would be able to be saved, and as you built the real-world environment, you could further make this more and more accurate by providing data in an automated way or by uploading it periodically. And again, there'd be different things for different workflows, but in the end we said, hey, look, there's all sorts of solution recommendations. There's information that you could get. It would say, hey, look, this should be the architecture that you would use. You know, the modern day version of this might say, here, it's a vSpecs configuration. This is the type of hardware. You can see it's pretty dated by looking at the, you know, the system configuration, right? But all sorts of things here would also link to supporting documentation or collateral. Again, this is just a prototype, but it shows you some early thinking about what we could do to build an online tool that made it interactive and easy for users. And the thought was that if we made this compelling enough, this is how people would actually construct their visios. Rather than constructing visios of their environment, they'd actually be going and using this tool because it was simple and easy, and it would actually grab their real-world performance data. Thanks for watching the demo.